San Fran, really? Like, I haven't been that many places, sorry for beer, but San Fran is...
Yeah, absolutely.
I like the NorCal stuff. I think they're a little bit more malty, but they make really much better stouts than San Diego. They're a little bit more aggressive, more piney, more resin.
Can we say it? Dank? A little more dank?
I would say dank, yeah, but cleaner than San Diego, I'd say, too. I'm going to San Fran in 3 weeks, so I'm excited. For my girlfriend's birthday, so back there.
Oh, yeah. It's a cool city.
Yeah, it's cool.
They don't get the beautiful weather. Y'all get it.
No.
But you know what? You get it all the time, so you're like,
yeah, you're over it. Give me some rain and cold weather. I've been dying for some rain and cold weather.
Fog.
Said no one ever.
Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Y'all are brewheads? Yeah, we brewheads. So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? This is C-Certified Brewhead.
I am a Scott Beer Cold Beer Enthusiast.
Welcome to episode 61 of Beer Not Just the Podcast. And mate, today we're in sunny San Diego, California with Daniel Drayne, head brewer of Half Door Brewing Co. Mate, how you doing?
Good, how are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
We are fan-freaking-tastic.
Because we're in California, the sun, and
very excited.
It's not cold-ass Canada.
Yeah, how cold is it right there now?
It's not that bad.
We had a little heat wave in Toronto recently, but it is not.
What is that?
30 degrees and sunny.
Oh, okay.
It's 30 Celsius and sunny.
Yeah. And there's not palm trees around.
There's not palm trees.
Those low 20s is still pretty good.
For now, until next week when it's like snowing next week.
It's about to get full. It's really nice. It's just... They haven't
not
had
as
this
nice
kind of
as
thing for a while.
y'all have it here.
We've been here. Scott just got here like literally this morning.
I just landed.
We got here. What day is it? Saturday. We got here on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I've been to Cali, but never been to San Diego.
No
way. So sick, losing our mind, just happy for no reason.
Yeah.
And seeing what everyone lives here.
But not when you're paying the bills. But
okay, there's that part.
Good point.
However, there is hazy beer, and that's part of the reason why we're here.
What are we drinking right now? Actually, let's get straight into that.
Buzzwords. So it's our hashtag Buzzwords. It's more of a joke, not a joke, but this is coming out, so we made a little like joke on it, like how people are going to call it like dank resin or thing. So if you read our description, it's like an assault on a pop. So it's more of a joke of a hazy IPA of the new trend.
Right.
So but we do like this trend because of more of scientific reasons, but biotransformations and glycosidic bonds. But we really like this style of beer, and it goes great in San Diego. It's refreshing, fruity, and it's not as crisp as the West Coast IPA. But
there's a nice balance of the two. Yeah. Our friend Craig also was saying when we drove past, he's like, Half Door make the best, his favorite Northeast IPA period, which unfortunately you don't have it right now.
Oh, sorry, no, we ran out. Next week. We'll have it in about 5-6 days. I haven't checked the gravity on it yet, but it's the third day fermentation.
Now I'm going Tuesday.
Yeah.
Maybe
back to LA.
Do you guys package and sell?
We don't,
bottles,
but I could. If you,
we'll be in LA for
Growler.
Oh yeah, I could do. Oh, I might be going back to LA in a little, next week. I was there last week. Okay, so we'll just email and then we'll figure it out.
We'll keep in touch.
If worst comes to worst, I'll just ship it.
I like your attitude.
Okay.
To
get things done. So you gotta do
Sorry, guys, this is like side business right there. Men, what's your beer story? Like, how did you end up being the head brewer? It's such a wonderful establishment.
Like the whole story, or just how I got head brewer?
Like, do the whole story. Like, people, how did you get into brewing? Like, how did you become a brewer?
I started in high school. Me and my friend Robert looked on the internet because how to make beer. We used to his brother would buy us beer. His parents were pretty reasonable. If you didn't curse and you weren't rude, you could sit around the backyard, we had a fire, and have a few beers.
Right.
So
that's very reasonable.
Yeah, no. I mean, we wasn't a lot of people. It was like maybe 4 or 5 of us. But so I was 16. All my friends are older than me. So I was 16. They were 17, 18, 19.
Okay.
And so we figured out how to make beer. He just likes to do stuff. So we figured out cider. So we made cider. So we just get apple juice, yeast, and make cider.
Cool.
But then we just took it to the point of let's just get drunk. So we got treetop apple juice, cider, and brown sugar, and that makes a really high alcohol beer. And then if you freeze distill it, then you can get even more alcohol.
Damn.
So we did that.
Science for the win. Science for the win.
So very illegal to freeze distill in America, but I don't think they're going to arrest a few 16, 17-year-olds.
In the backyard, that's fine.
Yeah, but other than that, we did that, and then just did, kept interest in it, and started getting better and better. And then about 22, I really dove in and did the all grain. And then about 24, I sent an email to a brewery that I used to work at, or I was a waiter at a restaurant, and they own a brewery as their other business. So I emailed them to see if I can work for free as a Coronado Brewing Company. So they let me come in and work for free for a few months, and they hired me.
Oh yeah.
And then I went to beer school like a year later. They came back and they gave me a job, and I brewed at Coronado for about 5 years. So everything from washing kegs, bottling beer, cleaning, scrubbing floors, tanks, to I ran the place for about 2.5 years at the brew pub, not the production facility.
Gotcha. Did you come up with any recipes or anything like that?
Yeah, Corona, yes, but it was also like me and Brooks. So it's like I would do my thing and then he'd do his thing, and then we'd also like collaborate kind of. But we had to make so many specialty beers. That was where I learned a lot. Because Brooks is my old boss Brooks. He still actually works there. He just won a medal today, actually, for his brewery, which is really, really cool. South Norte, so that was cool.
Nice.
Session beer. I forgot what I haven't actually had the beer yet because they haven't released it yet. But so he won, which is so stoked for
for
him.
the Great American Beer Festival, which is on today in Denver.
Yeah, just one thing. He won it just like 3 hours ago.
That's amazing.
How does one land such a great location? I mean, you have Petco Field right over here, home of the San Diego Padres.
Yeah.
Seems like you're kind of in
We're in downtown, right? This is downtown San Diego, right?
Yeah, downtown. It's called East Village. It's a little offshoot. The park opened up.
Beautiful rooftop patio. Like, there's no place I want to be drinking a hazy IPA than right here, right now.
Damn right.
Yeah, no, it is really, really nice. It's just that it's first of all it's hard, but I would say how we got it was we're actually looking at a building around the corner. That one first, and then we got this one based on because people knew we were looking.
Right.
And then the guy that owns this his father owns a property development company.
Okay.
So he had already had properties, like he had this property and he lived in it. So we took it, but it was already zoned for
residential,
commercial.
Oh, commercial
using.
already. Oh, okay, nice.
But it was like about 5 years ago. We started, maybe 5.5 years. We started looking. So when we got this property, it took us about 1.5 years to get licensing and approved from the city. It was really hard to get a license in this part of town.
Yeah, what was that?
Just like regulatory license. So you got to like go through the city. You got to go through CCDC, I think it is, and then you got to go through the ABC. So we didn't want to start building the building if you can't put something here, then
What's the point?
You made a comment off camera saying you guys are focusing specifically on hoppy IPAs, hazy IPAs, and sours.
Yeah.
The two best styles.
The two basically styles we really care about most. So what, is that for the love of the styles, or was there, because there's a trend heading that way, what made you want to focus on those two specific styles?
IPAs is I absolutely love them. I've only been making IPAs from day one. Like when I started brewing, I just tried to get everything dialed in, but it was like third batch of beer I hit IPAs. It was awful, and I just wanted to figure out how to make it. So like I went to like we were talking about earlier, like water profiles early on.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't. It took me years to understand it.
To figure it out,
But I mean, early on I was doing it. I remember I made the first IPA. I was working at Coronado, and I brought it in, and I was like one of the first ones I did with water profile, pretty dialed in, and it was really good. The brewer was like, all right, and that's when they kind of figured out, we'll hire this guy.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah, kind of. But that's
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, but on the right track. But yeah. So the IPA, the sours, I do like sours, but I wouldn't sit and drink like I drink IPAs. So I love the complexity of sours and how hard they are to make. And consistency to me is, I don't want to just pitch a bunch of stuff into barrels and then pick the best ones and blend. I'd rather like have an idea. That's what we're trying to do with stainless steel. And I think to make like it's just a challenge. And I like challenges. I like making things new. I think new ways to make them. So that's why I do like sours, but I'm not drinking sours like
all day, right?
I'll drink them when I go home. So like on a Monday, Tuesday night, I'll have a bottle. I'll have like one in like an hour. I definitely
sit down, really enjoy it.
Yeah, I really love like real funk forward sours.
Are you guys doing more kettle sours or proper barrel sours?
Sorry, we're talking about barrel sours.
Okay, cool,
sorry,
cool.
yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do it like in the stainless steel versus the wood, but not kettle. Like we want to use PDU because I like it a little bit better than lacto, but we do a kettle sour.
What do we have in the barrels here, then? These guys.
We got a grisette in these three right here.
Grisette, okay.
Yeah. And then the four over there are actual like lambics.
Oh wow!
So like we've got three of the barrels are 2 years, but we started growing this stuff out of our house up 5 years ago. So this is stuff we've been working on for about 4 or 5 years.
Damn.
So those barrels are really funky, really nice. But then the other 4 barrels three barrels in the corner, one leaked so we couldn't fill it, are the next Brett. Just a Brett Funk Brett Saison.
Nice.
And then but we're getting the grisette into this tank probably 2 weeks. And we go back to sours, and that tank right there is filled with sour we just made last Saturday, actually.
Last Saturday. And was that the one you were just telling us about off camera about the disaster?
The spillage?
The
spillage?
Yeah, so we emptied the tank, and then we filled back our tank up, and we're not serving from the tank, we'll ferment in that tank as well. So we do like everything in one tank.
And something happened recently where it exploded? Or?
So we had actually really good, it was an apricot sour.
Oh, stop.
It was really good.
Hurting my heart. I haven't tried it, you're hurting my heart.
And actually, I was pretty happy with it. I'm pretty honest about my beer. I've made some bad beer and I dumped some bad beer, but it was pretty solid. It was our second attempt at the beer. So we did the first one was blackberry, and this is our second batch. And so I clamped, no joke, in the walk-in, where the tap lines in the walk-in broke off, and just dumped the whole beer because of the tank. It's from the tank, and it just pushes with pressure and a pump, and it was calling for it, and it dumped it all on the ground. About 100, maybe a little more, 100 gallons. We had to throw a lot of food out. about 2 hours of
in the walk-in fridge with the food.
Yeah, because it was just a little hose that broke off.
Right,
Just
but it's
sprayed.
in the same fridge with
Right,
the
so
food.
it's spraying
Yeah, so it's
everywhere. And
It didn't spray everywhere. It sprayed on the ground, but so we had dumped like, let's say, only still a decent amount of food, but it was like one little rack that was right there.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, it was annoying. Well, yeah, everyone else to do more work. So the kitchen guys come in, we got to clear out the walk-in, we got to wipe everything down, we got to bleach the floor, scrub everything, and
It's a full thing. That sucks.
yeah, well, just walk in on a Monday morning, you're like trying to
like
get the
ready
day
to
started.
go.
Like, I'm gonna go do some emails, drink a coffee. You know what I
should
mean?
been beer braised everything for that. Like,
Yeah, that's it, guys.
Beer
Sour
dra-
everything.
yeah, beer-
sour salmon,
sour
sour
sa- yeah,
bananas.
salmon.
Doesn't matter.
everything. Yeah.
Probably would have been, but not bad, but
I would have been down for it.
yeah.
Speaking of San Diego, like I feel like you guys have just got such an interesting scene there. Can you speak to sort of how that's sort of grown? Like I guess you've been brewing for like 8 to 10 years, whatever. Like you've seen it come up and you've seen the changes and how that's.
I've been brewing probably about, home brewing too, included about 16 years. So like I was going to Ballast Point when Ballast Point was
tiny, probably.
it was. So maybe what is this, like 10 feet away to that railing to here?
Yeah.
And you'd walk in just one little small shop, and they had well, first they I was younger, so I couldn't buy. I was 16, so I couldn't buy beer. I don't know if they served beer at that point. But as I was going over the years, you could just see like they get only the samples. At first the law where you get a sample at a tasting room, so like you'd only get 4 ounces. You couldn't have more than like 10 or 12 ounces at a time.
Okay.
But just seeing them grow, it was awesome. But I don't know. It went production brewery first, because like if you were making beer in San Diego, you were making money pretty much for the first, let's say 2000 to 2000, let's say 8. It was a pretty big boom. I would say.
Yeah. It's a big boom.
Because everyone was going to you had the production or the buses taking you to the breweries outside.
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that. So like there was tour groups going down, and there wasn't many bars. So like you go to like a Hamilton's, you go to O'Brien's, you go to like a Blind Lady was Blind Lady was like 2008, 9. But these breweries come and these beer bars too started popping up, and there wasn't many. So it's like the beer bars are packed and the breweries are packed, and then now. It's sucking for everyone right now. And now at San Diego's this year hit a little
Low?
Are you saying because there's too many now? Oversaturated?
Oversaturated. Oh, I'd say
craft beer in general.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize about San Diego.
Oh, very bad. We've got a few breweries up for sale now. Last year, about 6 trying to go for sale. Now, a few are coming. Now it's getting very tough. I'd say in the market, oversaturated. People aren't going to the tasting rooms as much because they can go to any bar and get a beer.
Right.
So if you can go to every bar is serving craft beer now, so it doesn't really matter. You can just go to a bar that, will serve like Bud Light, Coors Light, whatever, down right there. But they'll still have like 3 really good IPAs
It's
on.
true. A lot of these stadiums are carrying them now.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, even the stadium. Oh, there's.
Yeah.
Right. It's not the same, man. Like I don't know. We were like even last night we went in Pacific Beach. We went to get like a burger at this one little like old school spot, and then we went while we were waiting, went to another spot to get some beers. And the list was pretty cool. All we had was nothing spectacular. I feel like there's something to be said for this brew pub environment. Like this crafted by the people who make, like, I'm sure it was sort of a part of it, the type of beer you make, the type of food you make, which you do make the food here. And then the environment, it's this whole cohesive, like, vision that a pub doesn't necessarily give you that same, or a beer bar, I'm sorry, doesn't give you that same, like,
Plus,
vibe.
let's be honest, it's as fresh as it gets here, right?
And there's that.
As fresh as it is down the street,
You don't know if
it's
they clean their
fresher here.
lines.
That's exactly right. So
Yeah, I don't know.
mean,
And you want to support, like, for us, people like us who are sort of really, like, our whole MO is just to support beer, independent craft beer. This is putting money in, like, your family's pockets who just run you run this place. It's not like
which
there's some,
makes
like,
you
corporation
make more
doing
beer.
it. That's
and
it.
we can keep coming back and drinking more better beer, as opposed to going to these big corporate conglomerates and
Yeah, they're not
drinking
gonna.
the same shit over and over again.
Yeah, we're investing in research for barrels, stuff like that. Like I went to a hop conference in Oregon in February, so they were doing like the scientifics of like hops. So they met, the last time they met was 10 years ago, so it's like not an annual conference.
Sure.
The people from Japan were there, Sapporo was there, Budweiser was there. Like
that's crazy.
But people
All
were
the
giving
big wigs.
Yeah, but they're giving presentations on all the research, which is pretty exciting for me.
That's it. So to get a bit controversial, 10 Barrel, like one of the breweries, I guess it's local, that were bought out. I know, the big one recently, Wicked Weed.
Yep.
How do you feel about the whole buyout thing? I know Dallas Point. I know it wasn't bought by AB, but
yeah, they were.
Constellation Brands.
Yeah, Constellation, yeah.
So like Corona and stuff, like
Yeah.
which is a bit different. I guess it's not quite the devil. So how do you? What's your personal? And this is you never have to speak on behalf of the company. Like what's your personal?
Oh, don't worry about
thoughts on-
that.
Go for it. Yeah, I'm just curious to hear, particularly out here.
Generally, I don't care because it's business. So they're just doing what there's best for them. So I mean, if someone offers
Offer you
you,
$1 billion, you can be like,
yeah.
probably gonna take it.
Yeah.
I'll make another brewery.
Yeah.
But I forgot the guy that did Soul Goose Island made a cidery and sold it right afterwards. I'm like, that guy's really smart.
Again, wow, he just keeps making money. He's like printing money,
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
But really, like, it is competition. I mean, I don't generally like the way that they do business, but I also don't like how other breweries do business either. So to me, I don't like that 10 Barrel came into town, or it's in our neighborhood too. It's down the street.
Right. They're not from here, right?
No, they're from Bend. No, they're not from Bend. From Denver, maybe. I'm not sure where they're from. They're nice. The guys that own it, they came here a few times. They had managers meeting here before. Like, I mean, I've seen them here. I haven't gone there yet, but again, I can't be worried about them. Like, if I'm worried about them, I'm not worried about my product. So at the end of the day, yeah, like their business practices, and I don't like their doing, but I don't. If I let it affect me, then it's gonna. I just no, I can't have that. Like, I need to worry about the beer, and like they can do. Like I told like the beer writer in town that he didn't post what I said, but I told him I really just don't give a fuck with them moving to town. Like I just don't care. Like it's not like it's in my neighborhood, and they could take business from me, but it's like I think my beer's good enough that you know what, competition's coming. Cool.
Right. Okay.
But yes, I don't like it, but it is a business, and business is, I mean, you got to move forward. I mean, they're trying to survive as a company, and they're trying to figure out how to do that. And I understand it.
So you can separate the business from the art.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like it. I haven't gone there. I haven't heard anything good about their beers, and they're not doing great in San Diego, but it's like those guys are still making lots of money. So, I mean, I don't really feel bad for them.
No, that's fair. I think that's a good point, because it's a place like San Diego where you absolutely spoiled for choice. Like, it's like insane to us. And it's only been a few days. Like,
Yeah.
I kind of like mad I'm leaving so soon. We're talking today, and we're like, God damn it! Like, I didn't realize it'd be this sick. And just the amount of
I got 3 days here, bro. I'm trying to make the
I
most
know
of
we're
this
trying to
right
get
now.
crazy.
I'm gonna pack everything
Tonight
in.
we're gonna get crazy.
We're gonna
We'll
drink
do like a
24/7.
to try and maximize it. I never really like parmesan and cheese. Like I
I love it. So
It's a little funky. It's got a little weird
Ruined it
twin
for
to
me,
it, but
Dan.
just.
I mean, it can have its
You're
moments.
welcome.
Where can we find you guys online? Can people come follow you as well? You got anywhere?
Yeah, so our Instagram is Half Door Brewing, and Facebook as well. We're really bad at social media.
Okay.
Yeah, and that way mine is Irish. I had a beer is my Instagram name.
Irish. I had a beer.
I'm Irish.
I get it. You are samey.
So that was mine, but I think that's funny.
it's been a
really,
slice, yeah.
thank you so
Thanks
much
for having us.
thank you.
Really appreciate
yeah.
your time.
Thanks so much, man. Really appreciate it.
Beer was fire.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Looking forward to trying some more. So if you enjoyed the podcast, make sure you follow Daniel, follow Half Door. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Hit subscribe down below, wherever the hell that is. Follow us on social media at BAOS Podcast, and check out the long form podcast. I always say podcast, long form audio on Apple Podcasts. I say that word too much. That's it, Joe.
Peace.
Awesome.
Peace.